If you want to know how I made these custom dominoes, don't skip this intro. Let's get started. Houston Acrylic sells this two-tone white and red acrylic sheets, and they sell them in a 12 by 24 inch size. They have multiple colors that are available for diode lasers. However, I only have the white and red, and I have the black and white. Now, because these sheets will not fit in my laser at the 12 by 24 inch size, if you're planning to use these, I suggest you let them cut the sheets if you're not able to cut them yourself. Okay, now that we have that out of the way, let me also say, in order to get the exact right settings, I had to do a lot of testing, and the exact right settings for me will not be the same exact settings for you. So let me just show you some of the testing I've done and just played around with the acrylic. So this is one of those sheets. The sheets have plastic on one side and then there's no plastic on the other side. So I did a lot of different testing arrays, and then I just made notes about what worked and what didn't work, what I liked and what I didn't like. And you know, I would encourage you to do pretty much the same thing. So today I'm going to show you how to make your test array and decide on the color you like. And I'm also going to show you how to make a set of custom dominoes that you could use as gifts, or just to, have at your family, play games with your family and things like that. Now, I just happen to have some DTL stickers that I put on the back of mine, but you don't have to do that. I played around a little bit with adding some acrylic spray on top, and it bubbled up. I did not do a good job of spraying it. I would still suggest spraying it, but just don't get close like I did. But overall, I love the way these turned out. So now what we're going to do first, before we do anything else, is we are going to do a test array. I'm going to do a test array on the red and white, and I'm going to do a test array on the black and white, just to make sure it's clear that that is the starting point. Let's do that now. I am in the WeCreat Make It software. You can see my piece of acrylic is on the laser bed. I am connected to the WeCreat Vision via USB. Now, let's look at the settings. For material, I went over to the settings and I chose plastic as the option. And even though my acrylic is red and white, I did not choose the red and white scratch acrylic because my acrylic actually has a thickness of 3 millimeters. So I chose the only option that I had, which is black acrylic. Now, I still could have chosen the other one. I just did not want to do it. Now that I've chosen my material, the next thing I'm going to do is click on the test array. It is important to choose the material first. Now that I'm on the material testing array, I can go in here and I can change any of the numbers that I want to change. So let's just say, for example, in this first column, if I wanted to change the power from, to 20, and the speed to, the minimum speed at 20, I could do that. If I wanted to change the maximum from 600 to 500, I could do that. I could make any changes I want, and the numbers will automatically adjust in between each of the levels. So once I decide on whatever numbers I want to import here or change, I can click confirm, and then they will adjust. So now I have a material testing array. I'm going to lock the proportions. Now, this next part is also very, very important. I suggest that once you have your test array, that you ungroup and check several of the boxes to make sure they're different. Because what I found is that sometimes you'll do a test array and every single box is the same. And the way to avoid that happening is just to do a double check. So now I'm looking, I can see that this one, has one setting. Okay, I can see, okay, that looks great. So I'm going to check a second box. Okay, I'm on power of 50, and I can see the settings are different. Once I've checked several, they're good to go. Now I'm going to select the whole test array, and I'm just going to put it somewhere on this acrylic so that I can engrave it and decide on which color of red looks the best to me. Okay, remember I'm using the 3mm plastic acrylic black. I can actually type that on there, or I can go ahead and let this do what it's going to do, and I can write on it afterwards with a Sharpie. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is turn on the autofocus. I can see I don't have it turned on yet. I'm going to turn it on, and then I will click the autofocus option, and I'll click start, and we will allow this machine to do the test array, and we'll see which color of red we like. Okay, this test array is going to take approximately 4 minutes. Let's go over to the machine and watch it get started. Okay, so this is what my test array looks like so far. I'll let this finish up, and then we'll do a test array on the white and black acrylic. Back in the software, now I have a piece of that white and black acrylic inside. I did speed this part up because I'm just showing it again. So I'm using the 3mm acrylic black, and I am just removing those pieces at the bottom that I know are too deep and too powerful for the engraving, because I could tell from the white and red acrylics. So I removed that bottom row of black and the top row of black. I'm going to refresh and then do autofocus, and then we'll go back over to the machine and kind of watch this process, and we can look at it and see which version of the black and white acrylic we like the best. Okay, I meant to show this part, but I have some alcohol right here. I put some on this napkin, and what I'm doing is just wiping it down, wiping the acrylic down so I can look and see which color I like the most. So let me kind of zoom out so you can see it, or maybe move the light down closer. Okay, so when I look at this and I'm trying to decide which color I like the most, I kind of like this one. This is with the power of 50 and the speed on 260. I kind of like that one, but I also like this one with the power of 50 and the speed on 140. So I can decide, you know, if this is where I want to go when it's time to do my engraving. So then I would just write down that I use the 3mm black acrylic setting, and I also use, this is from the WeCreat Vision, because that lets me know what machine I was using. So like, because right here, when I did my testing, I was testing with the Vista because I needed to know what the settings were. Now this is the black and white acrylic. Now remember, only one side really does engrave. So the white side engraves black, the white side engraves red on the other one. And they also have other colors available. Now when I saw this, I just liked this one so much that I decided to make a black and white set. I'm going to choose the settings that I like. It's important for you to test your materials. Now that we finished testing, let's go into the software and actually prepare the file for cutting and engraving. All right, we are back in the software, and I have decided that I do want to use the 1mm scratch acrylic setting, and I know exactly what I want my fill engrave to look like, and I'll show you that. The first thing I'm going to do now that I'm back in there is I'm selecting my material, and then I'm going to import the file. The file that I'm bringing in is the SVG, and it is linked below. I did get this file from Creative Fabrica. When the file comes in, keep it all together because you're going to resize the whole thing at one time. With the whole file selected, click into the width and change it to 20.411. Make sure the proportions are locked and don't change the height. Only change the width. The height will adjust automatically. Because I know I'm not making the box this time, I'm just going to move these pieces out of the way and eventually I'm going to delete them. But for now, I'm just moving them out of the laser bed area. And those two dots at the top, the circle and the dot, I'm also going to move those. I don't even really know what those two pieces are for. Now, the standard size for dominoes is a height of 2 inches and a width of 1 inch. And right now, if I look at the width and the height, these are 2.001 by 1.001. And if that bothers you, like it kind of bothered me just a little bit, what I suggest you do is select on each row and just take the one off the end. Select each row. So I'm going to select that first row, and instead of it being 2.001, I just took the 001 off, and the width will adjust automatically. After you've adjusted each row and made sure they're all the same size, click on the layers in the left panel. And what I did was I selected the first layer, which is the fill engrave, and I changed my fill engrave settings to match one of the boxes from my test array. I used the information from my test array. Remember, I did the testing and I could decide which color or which level of darkness I wanted for my fill engrave. So for the black and white, well, I knew I wanted a power of 33 and a speed of 158. So I selected the whole fill engrave layer, which was all of the blue dots. I did not move them out of the way at all. And then after I did that, I grouped that layer together. Okay, so I selected the layer, changed the whole fill engrave to a power of 33. I'm just double checking myself right here. I'm going to put those back. And then I went down to the red layer, and right now I think it's set to a line engrave, but I changed that layer to cut, and I knew that I needed to have the cut speed on 3 with 1 pass, and I did turn on enhanced cutting. It is important that you have your fume extractor on and that you have proper ventilation. This process does take a while, and there are fumes associated with engraving this acrylic. So I already took the other piece of acrylic out, but these are the dominoes. So I'm going to go to the table and I'm going to wipe them down with alcohol. Now we're back at the table, and what I'm doing right here is just using alcohol on a cloth, and I'm just rubbing away the soot from each of the dominoes. If you like the way your dominoes look right straight from the laser bed and you've cleaned them up and they look great, then this part is completely 100% optional. If you want them to have a little bit of shine to them, you can try this. I have a box, and what I'm doing is I am going to just lay the dominoes out flat on the parchment paper. I'm making sure that none of the dominoes are touching another domino and that they are completely flat on the parchment paper. Once I have all of the dominoes in the box, there should be 28 of them, I'm going to go to my garage and spray a light coat of this acrylic spray on top. Now I'm doing this in my garage because it's already nighttime and it's dark outside, and I do not like bugs. So I needed some ventilation to do this. So this is called a clear glaze. And I'm just going to shake it up and spray. I said a light coat, but You might not think it's a light coat. Just spray a coat or two on top and then give it time to dry. Okay, so I've gotten the box from my garage, and they do have a little bit of shine, much more shiny than they were. So I'm just going to take them out of this box and make sure I have all of them. I'm actually sending these away to someone, and I found the perfect bag to put these in. So I'm going to add the name to this bag. I'll make sure these bags are linked below. These are 5x7. I also bought some that are 4x6, and they were too small. So 5x7 is the perfect size. I'm going to personalize the bag and then give you my final thoughts about this whole process and reminders and things I want you to make a note of. And this is how the dominoes turned out. I think they're really, really cute. These are sized at 2 inches by 1 inch. And while I think they're perfect for like family use, I don't know if they're professional enough or thick enough for like a major tournament, but they will make definitely a nice gift. I would even suggest putting something on the back to even personalize it a little bit more. Now, my final thoughts about this is, number one, I just want to remind you about the safety of engraving acrylic. I do suggest that you do this in a highly ventilated area. Use your fume extractor. If you are in an area where you have windows, open all of the windows. These engrave very slowly, and I have 3 windows up here. All of them were open. I even opened the windows downstairs. Plus, I had the fume extractor on. Also, don't leave your room wherever you have your materials being cut or engraved. You want to, practice your safety measures because anything could happen at any time. Hopefully, you did find this helpful. The other main thing I want to remind you of is that it is important that you do your own testing. Do all the testing you need to do to make sure, your dominoes or your material is going to engrave and cut at the rate and the color that you want. So if you're using the black and white acrylic and you want yours lighter than mine, maybe you want yours to be more of a gray tone, then don't go as dark as I did. But do your testing first. So if you don't remember anything else I said about this video, test first and make sure you have, an open area for ventilation, because there are strong fumes with engraving acrylic. Now, if you did find this tutorial helpful, please remember to do the things like the video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the bell for notifications, because I do upload new content every single week. Thank you so much for joining me today, and thanks for watching.